Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about vamps. So vamps are super fun, basically looping a chord or two, but the thing is that sometimes when we're playing these vamps, it's kind of boring, like just playing the same chords with the same voicing. So if you have like two chords, for example, let's take F major to B flat major, both great chords. If I'm just looping this kind of vibe, could be cool, but also a little repetitive. What I'm gonna do right now is talk about 10 levels, 10 devices that we can really upgrade our two chord progression into something more interesting. We'll use quite a few tricks that are really musical, and I think they're awesome devices and ideas to work on that I found really helpful, and I think you'll enjoy it. So let's dive in. Before we start, I just want to tell you guys that I'm putting an album out. I'm super excited, and the first song is actually coming July 2nd, and there is a pre-save link that I would love for you guys to check out. Yeah, I'm just super excited about this, so check it out. Thank you. Alright, so we're gonna deal with two chords. We're gonna take F major, and then we're gonna take B flat major. These two chords are our lighthouse. There's also a PDF with notation and tab on my Patreon, so if you'd like, you can check it out. Thank you. Level 1. You actually don't have to play all the notes, right? So if you have this bar chord here, this F major to B flat, what I'm suggesting here is that we're basically just gonna play some of the strings. We don't need to play 6 strings, and we're automatically kind of getting a vibe. So check this out. So the thing is, this is super basic in a way, but actually there's so many combination of single string, double strings, 2 strings, 3 strings, etc. that you can find. Right, I can play 1 string, and all these are actually vibes and this energy that you kind of project by still articulating the right F and B flat. 2. Inversions. Well, you guys know by now how much I freaking love triads and inversions, so it's no wonder that I'm gonna use that. So every time I have a chord that I feel is a little static, I just wanna play the same chord but invert the chord, which means basically playing the bass line on a different note, or bass on a different note, and still playing the chord. In this case, I'm gonna play F major and then go to F major, first inversion. Very simple, and then to the B flat. Check this out in time. Again, everything I'm doing is F, then F first inversion, then B flat triad, or you can play bar chord too, that's fine. Triad, and then I played B flat triad again here from the 4th string, so just 1, 5, and 3, just again root position. But even changing this and jumping the octave makes it sound cool. Just like the little things make it kind of pop out. 3. More inversions. I'm gonna add the B flat first inversion, but also I'm gonna try the second loop. I'm gonna start with F second inversion to lead me to the first inversion, to lead me to the root position. There are many variations for that, but check this out. 3, 4. First inversion, B flat, first inversion. Now F second inversion, first inversion, root, second inversion, F. So I'm not doing a lot, but I'm using the 3 inversions. So the 3 inversions are root position, first inversion, and second inversion. So C in the bass, then I'm playing A and F, and then for B flat, I was using the same voicings from here. So F in the bass, D, open D, B flat, and then root position, first inversion. But even though we only use 3 options for each chord, it's kind of like a universe. 4. Add passing chords from the key. So this is where things start to get even more interesting. So although the chart or the vamp says F and B flat only, I'm gonna add some chords, and those chords usually happens in between the strong beats. So if I have 4 beats in one bar, for example, F is 1 full bar, I might add 1, 2, 3, 4. So on beat 2, not beat 1 or 3, on beat 2, I'm putting that G minor to lead me to beat 3, which is a stronger beat with the F first inversion. So I am adding a chord that's not written, but it's just a passing chord. You can also do it with chromatic chords. For example, so here what happens, I played F major, G minor, G sharp minor to F major first inversion. Again, this chord doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just a chromatic chord. It's a kind of a line cliche. Now check it out in time. 3, 4. So what I did here is exactly the same trick on the B flat. So I played F, G minor, F major first inversion, then B flat, C minor, and then B flat major first inversion over the D. Basically, you know, on the chart you might see B flat slash D, which is the same thing as first inversion. Listen to it one more time. Simple but super effective. You remember we start with F to B flat, so we're starting to get somewhere. All right, the next couple of points are also super important, so thanks so much for listening and checking this out. I know these things sometimes take some work and some effort to understand and internalize, but I do believe that if you just practice it a little bit and stay with me, you'll really have cool tools to create music and play cool vamps. Let's do it. 6. Add the 7th. Now we're gonna use basically my favorite shell chords. Simple, simple. Check this video out if you're not sure about shell chords, but very effective. So we start with F major 7 on the 5th string, F, A, and E, just basically 1, 3, and 7 to B flat. That's it. And we're gonna try and get a little vibe. So all I'm doing is I'm kind of playing a hammer on to the major 7. So this is kind of like F minor 6, the major 7 here. And the same thing with the B flat. So a little hammer on. And I'm thinking about this like slap as like, you know, a rhythmic element that is helping the vibe. So and you can add a little bass line or something small to kind of emphasize the strong beats, but you don't have to. You can just as long as you bring the vibe. 7. Try to think about this little progression as a little melody. So basically I can just imagine little lines going out from the chords. Check this out. What I mean is this. Nothing much, right? But so I'm really thinking about right? So there's the melody behind the chords, and that gives us like another layer of complexity and interest. Even if it's not a crazy melody, just those like those small ideas really brings things to life. And of course, oftentimes we have a vocalist, we have a solo, so there are quite a few elements in place. So these ideas kind of just back up the vocalist and maybe articulate a certain section or a certain change in the song. 8. Passing diminished chords. So if we have a chord, for example, F major, and I want to get to this F major first inversion, I can always add a diminished chord, which is freaking amazing. Check this out. So just that sound feels great. It's what's happening there is basically we're creating more tension for a moment and resolving. So we can add those diminished chords in between our inversions to create more tension and more release. So it's always like, for example, if I play F, I can play G diminished, or it's basically E diminished in inversion, and then F over A, first inversion, and then I can go to even B flat to C, B flat diminished, right? Because this is just the inversion of my diminished chord. So I feel this kind of sound. And this is just F major. So I could see the chord F major literally being written in a chart, and I will play so for me, nothing really happened. I just kind of played some motion to enhance the F-iness of that chord. All right, now let's play in our progression, F to B flat. 3, 4. So what I'm doing here is just playing F to that G diminished, F first inversion, then B flat, C diminished, basically A diminished in inversion, which is the 7th degree of B flat major if you want to think about it that way, passing chord to that D, B flat over D, which is B flat first inversion. Nothing crazy. And then I played something like that, just basically moving around the diminished to resolve to the B flat. You can mess around with these ideas. The point is like just to have that fluctuation of tension and release. 9, adding a bass and thinking about the whole thing as a rhythmic derivative element. So I can have the bass playing one note, for example. So what I'm kind of thinking is a little call and response. It could be just the bass versus the chords. I was playing F major 7 root position to first inversion, and then I played this little voicing here, which is basically 1, 9, and major 7, which I kind of like. And then I went to the B flat and played, I think, just kind of like maybe the B flat 9 kind of sound. This is the shape, major 7, 9. First inversion, and then I played the triad, just 1, 3, and 5. There's the triad, and then went to lifted this finger to get the 9 for a quick second. So not a lot, but just like the rhythmic has that vibe. 10. All right. So we talked about quite a few ideas to kind of make things more complicated by adding elements like bass and inversions and 7 chords and passing chord, diminished. Everything is cool. Just remember that sometimes playing a triad or something that just locks is all you need. So just make it feel good, whatever it is. The point is just, I guess, expressing whatever you have to say and using these sounds and options as ways to enhance that experience. But at the end of the day, you just want to say what you gotta say. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was interesting and helpful. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.